The biggest thing that I really love about Ada is the whole emphasis on real software engineering in Ada that you just don't see in a lot of other languages. There are considerations for working in teams, there are considerations for building large things that work correctly, and that kind of emphasis just doesn't exist in other competing languages to the same degree as it does in Ada.
Yeah, I've always been attracted by this language for some reasons.
Well, I don't know, I just found it very easy to program in.
It's a well-designed language. That's what I say.
I like the fact that it really allows you to have reliable software, to have software that does what you think it's going to do.
I think Ada is a quite modern programming language, actually. And it has kept evolving, and that's why it's still modern today.
Oh, I find it very cool. Can bore other people to death, maybe, but I myself find it very cool language.
I haven't found a language yet that I didn't find something about it that I could like. Right? And it just happens that Ada has a lot of things that I happen to like about it.
It helped me to be what I like to be, so it's strict and efficient.
What really made the difference to me was the realization that Ada was guiding me into a better design, even without me really thinking about it.
The idea that the designers were really looking for best practices in language design.
The Ada features kind of encourage the kind of development where you're thinking and designing first, and then as a result have more reliable code to begin with.
It's really a language for getting things done.
There's a correlation between people believing in software engineering principles and abstraction and encapsulation, and yet still believe in performance. Because usually you get one or the other, okay? And Ada strikes a really good balance on that one.
The extra thing that the Ada compiler gives you is it helps you find where the problems are quicker. So I find it an accelerator for programming rather than something that slows you down.
The way that it allows the programmer to express their intent, both to other readers of whatever code they're writing and to the compiler. So it allows you to effectively communicate.
When you program safety-critical systems, one of the things which is very important is peer review. If you pass some piece of Ada code to your colleague, it is much easier to review.
I can read my own stuff 10 years later quite easily. I can read other people's things.
Making sure there's consistency in the approach of every member of the team. There's good readability and maintainability of the code.
What do I love about Ada? That my students are successful is what I love about Ada.
It's very easy to use, which is a big surprise to most people, I think, but it's actually fun to do this because there's so many things you can say. If you need to talk about concurrency, you can do that. If you want to talk about generics, you can do that.
It's nice to be part of the corner of the software development industry, which is producing really high quality stuff. And that's, I think, the thing that attracts a lot of people to Ada and makes them stay with it because they like that sense of really building high quality.
I come back to Ada for the really programs that I really care about, programs that I really want to run correctly and efficiently, and that's why I use Ada.